Hi, and welcome to our video for the pelvic floor. So today we're working on releasing tension and stress that is held in our hips, also specifically within the pelvis and all of the muscles surrounding that. We'll work to find a deeper connection to the body and also work on strengthening and stabilizing the muscles within the pelvic floor to help stay connected to center and really nourish your emotional, mental, physical well-being. So let's get started. We're going to start in a comfortable seat. So take a couple moments to come cross-legged. You're welcome to lift the hips with a block, a pillow, blanket, wherever you feel most comfy. Make sure you untuck the booty, sits bones are nice and grounded, and come to sit up nice and tall. I'm going to jump in right away here with some breath work. So first beginning by exhaling out all the way. So empty, empty, empty. Next breath in through your nose. Big full breath in. Open mouth exhale. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Two more. Nothing to it. Big inhale. Exhale, let something go. Beautiful. One more big breath in. Big breath out. Now gently seal your lips and bring the hands to the belly. So we're going to start with some diaphragmatic breathing. And again, not a whole lot to it, but this is just a really intentional deep belly breath. So completing your inhale, exhale. And then when you're ready, on your next inhale, breathe in through your nose and breathe into your hands. Allow the belly to expand as if there's a balloon. And on your exhale, out your nose or your mouth, relax your shoulders, navel hugs in gently, and you soften. A few more like that. Inhale in through the nose, belly expands, hips are soft. And exhale out. Empty, empty, empty. Navel hugs in. Good. Last one. Inhale in through the nose. Big belly breath. Exhale out. My tummy always makes noise there, so if yours does too, welcome. Gently release the hands to the knees, palms face down. If the eyes are closed, flutter them open. Welcome in a little more light. On your next inhale, sweep the heart, the chest forward. So heart, chest come in this circular motion. And on your exhale, rock back on the sits bones, tuck chin to chest, and come into this cat feeling situation. Inhale, reaching forward. And exhale to scoop it back. So find your rhythm here. Use the hands on the knees as a little support system to really get into the upper back. Maybe you even feel it in the glutes. You may pause going forward or backward. And a little movement here in the shoulders. And then when you're ready, cycle in the other direction, nice and slow. Find your breath again. Good. And completing your round or your wiggles. We'll meet back in stillness for just a moment. Palms flip up toward the ceiling or the sky. Relax the shoulders down. Gaze down past your nose so the eyes don't close, but just soften. Good. Here, take one more inhale in through the nose. And exhale out your mouth. Beautiful. Gently shifting into a tabletop position when you're ready. So you can rock the weight forward or swing the feet to one side and come onto all fours. Shoulders stack over your wrists, hips over the knees. Palms are flat, fingers nice and wide. And when you're ready, drop your belly on your inhale, open through the heart, the chest, and pause. Elbow creases shine forward, tug the shoulders down the back body. On your exhale, press the ground away, tuck chin to chest, find your cat pose. Good. Couple more. Inhale, drop the belly. Tailbone up toward the sky. Exhale, round through. Press your foundation. Press the hands and feet. Last one. Inhale, drop the belly. Nice long belly. Good. Exhale, tuck chin to chest. Round it through. Beautiful. Come to a neutral spine. Excuse me. Bring the knees as wide as your yoga mat. Toes come together behind you. Sink the tailbone down toward earth. Fingertips reach out long toward the top edge of your mat. Forehead rests on the ground. Hands walk as wide as the yoga mat. So intentionally giving some space for the shoulders, the head, the neck. Once you're here, allow yourself to soften. If you have that pillow or blanket, maybe it comes in to support you in this posture. Take one more inhale in. Really feel your belly expand. Find that diaphragmatic breath. Big breath out. Relax the shoulders. Good. Let's do one more like that. Big inhale in through the nose. Belly gets big. Open mouth. Exhale. Let it go. Gently press through the palms. Press through the tops of the feet. I'll see you in table. Take your time getting there. Knees walk underneath the hip points. Hands come back underneath the shoulders. Nice neutral spine here. Palms flat. Fingers are wide. Press all the knuckles down. Crown of the head reaches forward toward the top edge of your mat. Sits bones reach back toward the back edge. Navel hugs up and in here. Really finding some connection to center line. Take one more inhale in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Navel hugs up and in. Good. Inhale. Kick the right heel out. Right toes facing down. So really spiking the right heel back. Feel the right inner thigh turned on. And before we move, pressing into both palms nice and evenly. Come back to the awareness in the hands. Press into the top of the left foot. Take one more breath in. On your exhale, step the right foot up in between your hands. Navel hugs up and in to support you. And maybe even assisting the right foot up and in. So coming into a low lunge and taking a moment here. Left knee may scooch back a little. But finding some organic movement. Gentle rock side to side. Hands can absolutely stay down. And take one more breath in. Deep belly breath. And exhale out. Beautiful. Now come back to center. Come back to stillness. Find some awareness in those inner thighs. Find some awareness in that right foot. And as you press the right foot down, lift your heart, your chest. Now coming for a little bit of stabilizing. So we did some opening in our organic movement. So maybe that felt nice or you're still there. But when you're ready, we're going to stabilize and turn on some muscles. So press through the right foot. Lift the heart, the chest. Now really focusing on spine. Head, heart, hips are stacked. Pull back through your right hip crease. Inner thighs will engage. Really pressing that back foot down. Hands can interlace on the thigh. Hands can be at heart. We're really not focusing on the upper body at the moment. I take that back. We're always focusing on the entire body, but we're really drawing our awareness to what's going on in the hips and the pelvis and the muscles turning on here. So hands can be wherever feels most supportive. Take another breath in. Big breath out. Good. You should feel a little heat. Take one more big inhale. And exhale, gently release. Hands come down to frame the right foot. From here, right hand comes over to meet the left. Heel toe your right foot out once or twice to come into a lizard variation. Now my hands then walk back underneath the shoulders, kind of readjust. Right hip crease is pulling back, so it feels kind of snuggly. It shouldn't feel any pain. If you need to shift out, great. Now aiming for this outer hip and all these other different connections we got going on. So take a moment to breathe. And coming back to your diaphragmatic breath, that big belly breath here. Expanding the muscles, finding some space. Take one more big inhale in through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Really good. Gently coming out of your lizard. Maybe the knee stay lowered. If it's lifted, lower the knee first. Lift up out of the hips and bring the right knee back. Come into a tabletop position. Nice even tabletop. And when you're here, shake the hips from left to right. Gentle booty shake. Maybe a hip circle even comes into play, sending the hips all the way back to the heels and then all the way up and extending the front of the hip crease. Yeah. And then we'll come back to meet. See you in table. Nice sturdy tabletop position. Crown of the head's really reaching forward. Pressing into the tops of the feet. Navel's hugging in. Big breath in. Exhale out. Hug navel to spine. Good. Inhale, left heel kicks back. Toes off the ground. Pause here. Make your few adjustments. I always do. I notice I'm needing to kind of scooch the palms a little, but nice long spine. Spiking the left heel. One more inhale. Welcome that heat. Exhale, step the left foot up and in. Navel hugs up and in. That gives us our Uddiyana Bandha. That gives us our lift. So coming into lunge on the left side. Few moments to rock side to side. Keep the hands down. Notice how this side may be different. If you have some blocks or any kind of other sturdy object that can help you and is even on both sides and you want to lift them up, I love a home practice for that. You can find some books or my kids always have things, shoe boxes. I'm looking at boxes here. Just anything. Get creative. But finding some support and finding some wiggles. And then when you're ready, come to stillness and making your way up to that nice long spine and head, heart, hips are stacked. But take a moment to notice how this side's different. My two hips are completely different from one another. So really noticing, slowing down, feeling those little nuances of your practice are important. So you're pressing through the left foot. That foot is firm. Front knee's over front ankle. Maybe, maybe not. Most important is pulling back through this left hip crease. Inner thighs engaged. All of the thigh, the quad is pretty much turned on here. Heart chest is lifted. Tailbone's down toward earth best you can. So that's, again, where that back foot can be really supportive. Hands maybe at the hips. See, I noticed a little tilt I needed to make there, bringing the hands to hips. It can be super powerful. Hands to heart. Do your thing. Wherever you are, breathe. Take one more inhale in. Exhale, let it go. Good. Gently releasing the left hands down to frame the left foot. Left hand comes over to meet the right. Heel toe, left foot out. So the toes may spill off of the mat. This side also may find different space than side one. Really notice what you need. I brought my block in here, so I'm going to lower down onto the forearms, but not all the way down to the ground, because sometimes that can be a lot for my hip. So take a moment to maybe you find a couple different spots. My left hip is carrying a lot more information than my right hip today. Notice for you and breathe deep, deep, deep into your belly. Exhale, let it go. Good, one more just for you. Big inhale. Big exhale. So good. Gently, slowly coming back. Shifting out of your hips back to your table. Little boot shake. And then walking the hands out just an inch or two. Curl the toes under and send the hips up and back. We're going to just find one down dog to relieve some of the tension in the spine, the head, the neck. Oh, let this feel good. A little pedal, the feet. Maybe come up onto the toes. Allow the head, the neck to soften. Maybe a gentle nod and a shake. And last breath here, really widen your feet and turn the toes in slightly. Send the hips up and back, press the ground up and away, heart, chest reaching toward the back edge. Big inhale, big exhale. Very nice. Slowly lower the knees down. Swing the feet around. And extend both legs out long. Untuck the sits bones. Ankles stay hip width. Now, lots of options here in seated forward fold. Depending on where you're at, how you feel, what's going on in the body, bring in what you need. Right here may be enough, and the most supportive thing, especially without props, is to bend the knees. Toes flexy up towards your face, heart chest is lifted, so spine stays nice and long. If you do have your blanket or your pillow even, that can come up underneath the seat again, lifting the hips a little higher. That helps with the tilt of the pelvis. Take what you need. I'm going to start with bent knees, toes flexing up toward the head, toward the forehead. Fingertips reach all the way up. Big inhale. On your exhale, keep the spine long as you can. Keep the gaze out past your toes. That helps that length. And then stop where the body asks you to soften. Find your support. Hands can land on the legs, the ground, the feet. Once you're where you need to be, you feel the sensation, lots going on. Allow the shoulders to relax over, the head, the neck to soften down. And tuck your chin to your chest. Getting into the low back, the kidneys here. This is where our adrenals live. Nice, slow, calming breaths into the belly best you can. Big inhale in through the nose. Big exhale out. One more just for you. Big inhale. Big exhale. From your forward fold, tuck your chin to your chest and slowly roll up to your neutral spine. Take your time. Head and neck may come last. Beautiful. Hands come behind you. Gently scooch the hips forward and knees up toward the ceiling. Feet actually come as wide as your yoga mat. Hands behind you for support. Knees gently fall to the right. Keep the toes nice and bright for a little 90-90 situation in the hips. Really mindful of keeping the heart, the chest lifted as well. Take one more big inhale. And exhale, switch. Knees fall to the left. Readjust. You may scoot your hands. Heart, chest lift. Big inhale. Exhale, relax your shoulders. Good. One more full breath. Exhale. Good. Gently come back to center. And scooching toward the center of your mat or wherever feels good, bring the soles of the feet together. Knees go out nice and wide. So before we come all the way to the ground, let's find a cobbler's pose. Soles of the feet come together, knees go wide. Most important thing here again is that nice tall spine. So maybe sitting on a block applies here as well. Oh yeah, I'm going to stay. And just because we're here, maybe it's 2 blocks pressed together so that your booty has enough space to be here. Oh yeah, good stuff. So wherever you're at, settle in. And sitting up nice and tall, long spine, relax the shoulders down. Take a couple moments to bring the thumbs to the arches of your feet and gently rub your feet. So I'm not going to give you a whole lot of direction as to how to give yourself a little foot massage here, but give some attention to the arches of your feet, to the knuckles where your toes and your base of your foot connect. Just give a little rub around those areas, maybe even make your way up to your toes. But I'm finding this gentle hip opener here as we also ground and bring more nourishment into the body. You may also make your way up your ankles, your shins, your calves. Now, as you're continuing your foot massage, I'll give you a little rundown of what's next for the next few postures. So we will be working on Kegels and activating, strengthening the pelvic muscles. Now, all of us have this pelvic hammock, and strengthening the muscles within that space are incredibly beneficial for our own health physically, but also just keeping everything working in the way that it should. So as you're rounding out your massage, interlace the fingers around the toes, or bring the hands to the ankles or the shins or the knees. Lots of options here to find support and lift through the heart, the chest. Big breath in. Exhale, relax the shoulders down a bit. Now, our pelvic muscles, this hammock that I spoke about, I always like to imagine a clock. So here we're sitting in our butterfly, and the way we're facing forward here, 12's up top, 3 to the right, 6 in the back, 9 to the left. Within this pelvic hammock, you can squeeze muscles 12 and 6 together. So I'm going to give you a second to just try. Try while you're here. And then release. Allow the pelvis, the hips to soften. And then now try and squeeze 3 and 6 together. And go the other way. And then soften. Good. Now we're going to try to squeeze all 12, 3, 6, 9 toward the center of the clock. So a few moments here to try a couple Kegel crunches, Kegel exercises here on your own. Keep the heart lifted, the shoulders relaxing down. And once you kind of get a feel for that crunch or that activation, try and hold for just a second or two. And then gently release, soften, soften, soften. Let's do one more. I know we're not really together, but I'm here. Big inhale. And then exhale, allow the muscles to soften. Great work. And gently releasing, bring the hands behind, bring the knees together, maybe even assist the knees together. We've been here a minute. Extend the legs long and take a shake. Windshield wiper of the feet. And then make your way to your back gently, lovingly, lovingly. Hands come to the backs of the legs. Let's take a big morning stretch. Fingers reach up above, toes reach long, big inhale. Ooh, exhale, hug knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Maybe knees stay nice and wide. And if the knees aren't wide, join us here, finding a happy baby. Grabbing onto the outer edges of the feet, send the soles of the feet up. Again, find what you need. Maybe it's the backs of the thighs, or the shins, or the big toes. Tailbone out toward the top edge of your mat. So bring lots of awareness to the spine once more. Crown of the head is reaching forward. Snuggle the shoulder blades down the back body. Big inhale in through your nose. Big belly breath. Exhale out your mouth. Good. Gently release soles of the feet down to your mat. Knees up toward the ceiling. Hands come down by your sides. And we're going to run through a couple bridge postures and variations. So bringing in that Kegel exercise, that activation within your pelvic floor, we're going to bring that in here. So take a moment, snuggling in, low back's nice and flush. Hands can either be by your side or on the belly or body. And I'm going to pause and take a couple moments for you to find your Kegel here on your back. So just feel that activation we were just kind of playing with. It may be easier to find on your back or not. Who knows? We're all different, but just take a moment. So really activating those muscles once more again. And now, okay, chill. Hands down by your side, palms face down. Shoulders are snuggled under you. Then when you're ready, activate the pelvic floor first. Press the feet down. Slight tuck of your tailbone now too. Keep holding that Kegel as you slowly lift the hips up. Send the shins, the knees forward as you lift your chest towards your chin toward the ceiling. Kegel still intact. Exhale, slow, lower one vertebrae at a time. All the way back down and releasing your pelvic floor as well. Pause. Soften. So good. Then when you're ready, let's do it again. So we may lose sync with one another, and that is okay. You're going to take some time here, activate that Kegel, that pelvic floor. Slight tug of the tailbone. Everything hugging into the midline, really building strength, so incredibly good for our health. And then when you're ready, everything's still hugging in, but starting to soften, 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 and release. Awesome. A few more. Activate, engage, and lift. And find some stability here while also ease. And then slowly begin to lower down. So this is really good for low back pain and low back pain prevention too. But now adding even more layering with this pelvic floor work. So good. So good. So finishing up your last round, I'm going to do one more nice and slow. You take your time, do more, pause the video, whatever you need. And then slowly lower. I'm keeping that Kegel engaged for as long as I can. And then once we're all the way down, really just let it go. Now when you're on your last one, bring the soles of the feet together once more, knees out wide for a reclined cobbler's pose. I'm going to bring my hands to the body. You're welcome to do the same or keep them out wide. Soften the hips. Relax the pelvic muscles now. Really allow everything to just let go. Lots of good work today for reals. Come back to your breath. And when you're ready, gently assist the legs back together. And last little bit here. So bringing the soles of the feet hip width one more time. Inhale, right foot lifts up to the ceiling. Right toes nice and bright. Exhale, right ankle crosses over the right thigh. You can stay right here, right palm pressing the right thigh open. Or left foot lifts up and thread the needle to interlace behind the left thigh. Coming for a reclined pigeon, getting into the outer hips. Last little bit. Breathe. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Gently release the left foot down. Inhale, lift the right leg high. And exhale, gently release the right foot down. Good. Inhale, left foot goes high, toes are bright. Exhale, cross the left ankle over. Left palm maybe meets the left thigh. And coming into your reclined pigeon, lift the right foot, right toes stay bright. And breathe. Big inhale. Big exhale. Good. One more inhale in, deep belly. Exhale, let it go. Gently release right foot down. Left leg up toward the sky. Exhale, gently release left foot. Windshield wiper knees all the way down to Shavasana. Enjoy the low back glute massage on the way. Extend both legs. Extend both arms. Take up some space, please. Really good. Really good. Come back to your breath. Feel the rise and fall of your belly. Release your jaw. And stay for as long as you need. Thank you for practicing with me. Truly, I do not take that lightly. Take good care. Namaste.